Welcome back to Data-Driven Engineering. In this next exercise, we're going to cover Python sets, how to create, print, unpack, copy, remove, inspect, and other methods with sets. So it's an unordered collection of unique elements. It's particularly useful because we can do things like unions, intersections, and differences. It's very efficient because it's built, unlike lists or dictionaries, is built using hash tables, and so those have a constant time complexity for operations such as membership testing and element insertion. So very efficient for large data. Okay, sets are also useful for filtering out duplicates. You can't have duplicates in a set. Okay, so if you want to follow along, come here to the Google Colab link, and you can follow along with this exercise, or you can download the Jupyter Notebook from GitHub. I'm going to go through the one that is downloaded from GitHub. And let's just go through these. We have a Python set, in this case, yes or no. We're going to just run this one, and you're going to see the output. And you'll see that it removed the duplicate here. Okay, yes, and no, unknown. Okay, so you only have one yes in the final value. All right, let's go ahead and print the set and also the type. We already printed it, and we see that it is a set. Okay, we're also going to unpack the set, and this is going to go iterate through each element of that, and we'll print it. Okay, so unknown, no, and yes. You also notice that the order really doesn't matter within a set. It's just that object or that value belongs to that unordered set of values. Okay, we can copy a set as well, and that creates a distinct separate copy of t and puts it into the variable u. We can also remove from the set, so we can remove unknown. So add no, yes, unknown. We're going to discard unknown. All right, let's go ahead and inspect the differences. Now that we removed a value from u, we're going to look at the difference, and so it is able to pick out that unknown, okay, we had no, yes, unknown, is the difference between the two. So I'll just go ahead and print those two, print t and also u, and I was able to find the difference here. All right, is subset returns true if another set contains this set. So is u a subset of t? And the answer is true. So that's useful if you want to know if one set contains all the values, okay, appears with all its values in another set. All right, we can also, with a set, look at all of the attributes and methods that are available with a set. So here's a list. We can add an entry, clear all entries, create a copy, look at the difference update. All right, so that actually updates it with the difference. Okay, discard, intersection update. Is disjoint, okay, if they have no common elements. Is subset, is superset, pop, remove, symmetric difference update, union, and update. Okay, so all of those are different methods that we can run with our set. And if we want to see any others, we can insert a cell below and just do dir t, and it'll show us all the properties and methods that are available with a set. All right, let's look at some of these. We've got a lot of those, but sometimes it helps to have an example. All right, so here we have x and then also y. The intersection of those two, the ones that are common, are 1 and 2. The difference, the ones that are not common, are going to be 0 and -1. And if you do the difference the other way, it looks for the values in y that are not in x, and that is equal to 3. Here's a union where we've combined those two sets. A subset, okay, so is x, okay, within the values of y, and it's not, so that's a false. Okay, superset, all right, and here we define a new set, okay, is greater than or equal to 1, 2, and that's true. Okay, so we have all of these values are within, superset. It's all of these values would be in here. Okay, proper subset is false and proper superset is false as well. Okay, so here's some notation that we can use to test those. Okay, because again, it's not ordered. There's no particular index for each element, and there are also no sort functions. So unlike a list, we can sort with a list. We cannot sort with a set. All right, so convert to a list in order to be able to sort it. So if I insert a cell below, and let's say I had my value t, if I have a new one, okay, that I need to convert it to x, and then I could sort it. Okay, and then it's going to sort the order of those. Okay, in this case, alphabetically, it will sort the items in that set, but you have to convert it to a list first. All right, let's go ahead and run exercise 4a. We want to add an entry none to our set t. So let's just go ahead and look at our set t, and we want to add none. All right, and then print it out. You can see that it's added that additional element there. And so unlike append in lists, it didn't put it at the end. It's unordered, so it just put it wherever it wanted to. Okay, in this case, it looks like it is in alphabetical order, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. All right, let's go to exercise 4b. Let's complete the following steps with a set operations. Let's start with this set right here. And we'll look at the value here. All right, and then create a copy w of set z. Okay, so w equals z, and I'll copy it, create a distinct one, and then we're going to remove, we'll pop a value from an element w. We can't specify the index because there is no index within a set. And then let's go ahead and display the removed element. Okay, so I'll just say R is the removed element, and I'll print R, and I'll print W, and I'll print Z. All right, so the one that we removed is 0.5. The one that we copied, okay, I guess I should have made that the one that had the pop from it. Okay, if I run it again, then I can see that's the one that's removed. Here is the W, the one that set that it was removed from, and here is the original Z. All right, so that's it on sets. This one we don't use. I haven't used these a lot for data-driven engineering. It's maybe for like database operations and other things where you have values that you're trying to have unique index for them or something like that. They are useful, but I haven't used them a lot. I've used lists and dictionaries and maybe tuples next, and then sets probably the least. Okay, but a dictionary is kind of like a set. Okay, you're going to have some key value pairs, and we will go on to dictionaries next.